What if you could lift your entire face? No needles, no surgery, no fancy serums, just by switching up your haircut. I know it sounds a little out there, but stick with me. For women over 50, especially those of us embracing our silver, it's easy to feel like our hairstyle options get smaller as the candles on our birthday cake add up. But here's something most stylists won't say out loud. You might be thinking, isn't short gray hair just practical? Or maybe you've been told it's the safe choice. Honestly, I used to believe that too, until I discovered how the right cut could unlock a version of myself I didn't know was waiting. But here's a little secret. The right short gray cut can actually do the opposite. It can open up a whole new world of style, confidence, and even make you look, and more importantly, feel years younger. So if you're over 50, or honestly, just want to look it and love it, you've found your people. I want to know, what's the one hairstyle you've secretly wished you could try but never dared? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for real-world, no-fluff beauty wisdom every week. And let's make this a conversation. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these short gray cuts would you be brave enough to try? Let's bust one myth right away. Gray hair does not mean less style. Actually, it means you get to write your own rules. In fact, a woman I know said her best hair days started the year she stopped playing by everyone else's rules. Our real goal? Less daily fuss, more facelifting magic, and most importantly, more of you shining through. I've dug deep for this one. I've chatted with pro stylists, scrolled through makeovers, and even polled some of my most stylish friends to bring you the best of the best. And a little heads up, wait until you see number 3 on this list. It's the under-the-radar, facelifting secret that stylists use on their most confident clients, but rarely talk about in public. Plus, I'll be sharing the one mini change that made me look at my own reflection differently. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. All right, let's start with one of the most surprisingly powerful shortcuts out there, the feathered Pixie. If you just pictured a spiky punk look, pause right there, because that's exactly the myth I fell for at first. The feathered Pixie is all about softness, movement, and that gentle volume at the crown that just seems to lift everything upward, cheekbones, jawline, even your energy on a tired morning. It's a trick stylists whisper to clients who want instant refresh, but hate spending more than 5 minutes in front of the mirror. There's a reason stylists quietly recommend this to women whose hair is starting to feel a little finer, or who just want that "I woke up fresh" kind of vibe. With a good feathered Pixie, you get just enough texture so your hair never looks flat or stuck to your scalp, but the overall effect is still elegant, not wild. Here's a real moment. One of my friends, who swore she'd never go this short, finally tried a feathered Pixie last year. She told me her grandkids thought she'd changed her makeup, but really, it was just her cheekbones coming out to play. And here's the best part. This is truly a 5-minute style. You step out of the shower, towel dry, work a little texturizing mousse through with your fingers, and you're basically done. Maybe a quick fluff at the crown, a flick at the temples, and you're out the door. No wrestling with round brushes, no endless blow drying. Some days, I just tousle with my hands and walk out. The imperfect finish actually makes it look more chic. If you want to feel a little extra, just run your fingers through with a bit of light pomade for that soft separation and shine. I always suggest mentioning to your stylist that you want the edges left soft, with feathery, piecey layers focused around the crown and temples. Little detail. Ask for barely there layers at the nape for a neck-lengthening trick. This detail makes all the difference. It gives your face that subtle lift without harsh lines or bulk. What I love about the feathered Pixie is that it doesn't try to cover up your gray. It celebrates it. Silver strands pick up the light in ways dark hair never could. You get a kind of shimmer you didn't know you had. You see dimension and shine you didn't even realize you had. And honestly, I think there's nothing more youthful than a cut that looks effortless, Like you have better things to do than fuss over your hair, because let's face it, you probably do. Now maybe you're not ready to go that short, or you want something a touch more classic, but still undeniably fresh. Enter the stacked bob with Pixie layers. You know that perfect from every angle cut you always notice but can't quite describe? This is it. The stacked bob hugs the nape, creating that beautiful silhouette from the back, while the Pixie layers in front frame your face and make your jawline look instantly slimmer. A stylist once told me, if you want a photo-ready profile at any age, stack it. She was right. It's a sneaky little facelifter, and nobody has to know except you and your stylist. One of the secrets to making this bob really pop is getting the volume in the right place. You want that gentle bump at the crown, which you can get by using a round brush for just a few seconds while blow-drying, or even just flipping your head upside down and using your fingers. Pro tip: ask your stylist for layers that get gradually longer toward the front. This draws the eye up and forward, giving your whole profile a more youthful, awake look. The beauty of this cut is that it works wonders on round or square faces by visually lengthening the neck and slimming the sides. And don't worry if your hair is more salt and pepper than full silver. This style actually plays up those tones, making them look intentional and chic, not just like you're growing out your color. For daily styling, a little root-lifting spray and a light serum on the ends are all you need for that modern, swingy movement. Some days, I'll even air dry and just tuck one side behind my ear for that French woman on her day off vibe. It's low fuss, flattering, and always in style. Honestly, I'd love to know, would you ever go for a feathered pixie, or is the bob calling your name? Let me know in the comments, because I have a feeling both of these are going to inspire a lot of second glances. But if you're the kind of person who loves a little extra movement, a style that says, I woke up fun, wait until you see the next one. It's a personal favorite of every woman I know who wants her hair to bounce as much as her spirit. Moving right along, let's talk about a style that feels like the total opposite of old-fashioned, the silver shag. If you're picturing wild, messy 70s rock star hair, you're not alone. I used to think that too. Turns out, a well-cut shag is secretly the most face-softening, energy-boosting style I've ever seen on gray hair. If you've ever wished your hair could look a little more fun, a little more undone, or honestly, just a little more like you on a good day, the shag is where the magic happens. The thing about a great shag cut is that it brings back movement in a big way. You know how hair sometimes just starts to hang there as we get older? The shag refuses to let that happen. With lots of choppy, face-framing layers, this cut kind of floats and bounces around your cheeks and jawline. It's the definition of effortless. You run your hands through it, let it dry naturally, maybe scrunch in a bit of lightweight cream or mousse, and suddenly you've got this whole new vibe. Relaxed, but somehow a little mischievous, too. Here's the twist most people miss. The silver shag isn't just about texture. It's a master at disguising thinning spots or uneven hair growth. One woman I know said, "My stylist gave me a shag, and my scalp basically disappeared." Stylists love the shag for women who want to soften their features and add a little spark to their look without the fuss of daily styling. It's especially good if your hair has some natural wave, but honestly, even on straight hair, the right layering makes it come alive. I think the best part is how forgiving it is. No two shags ever look quite the same, and that's a good thing. It's meant to look playful and modern, not precise. Some days, I barely even brush, just scrunch and go, and somehow my hair looks like I put in way more effort than I actually did. If you ask your stylist for a short shag with long, textured bangs and blended layers, you're pretty much guaranteed a style that flatters, lifts, and feels fresh. For days you want a little more polish. A quick twirl with a round brush at the front will add some shape. But honestly, the shag is happiest when it's left to do its own thing. Thinking the shag sounds a bit wild for your taste? Hang tight. the next cut finds the perfect balance between sass and softness. It's become the not-so-secret favorite for women who want to shake things up without going too short. Now maybe you're thinking you want something with the sass of a pixie but the softness of a bob, a style that doesn't make you choose sides. That's exactly what makes the Bixie such a hit. Confession: I was convinced a Bixie was just a compromise haircut, until I actually saw one in real life. It's surprisingly chic, and looks amazing on everyone from style rebels to the quietly classic. It's that sweet spot between short and mid-length, where you get the fun, textured crown of a pixie and the gentle drape around your ears and nape that keeps things feminine. I always think of the Bixie as the hairstyle that's just a little unpredictable, in the best possible way. You get all this lovely lift and shape up top, which does wonders for your profile, but you also get a bit of softness that frames your face instead of exposing every angle. Here's something most women don't realize. With the right texturizing at the crown and soft layers around the face, the Bixie can actually accentuate your cheekbones and eyes better than either a classic bob or pixie alone. A friend of mine said after trying a Bixie, she felt like she had a built-in Instagram filter. The real trick to a flattering Bixie is focusing on the texture. Tell your stylist you want soft edges and extra layering at the crown, plus a side-swept fringe if you're up for it. Bonus tip: leave the nape just a touch longer for a neck grazing effect that elongates and flatters without going full bob. This way, you get the best of both worlds: volume where you want it, no harsh lines, and a look that moves with you instead of staying stiff. Styling couldn't be easier either. A bit of styling cream, a wide-tooth comb, and maybe a quick tousle with your fingers, and you're out the door. On days when I want to feel extra French movie star, I'll add a dab of shine serum and sweep the fringe to one side. Instant Paris energy. No passport required. The Bixie is especially good for highlighting your jawline, bringing attention to your eyes, and just making you feel current. Honestly, the first time you run your hands through it, you'll understand why it's become a go-to for women who want something a little different, a little daring, but still totally wearable. If you're still craving a style with even more movement and a hint of glamour, don't go anywhere. The final look on this list might just surprise you. Let's be honest, there's something magical about hair that just barely grazes your shoulders, especially when it's got that soft, effortless wave. That's why the face-framing wavy lob is having such a moment right now, and honestly, it might be the style that changes everything for you. The lob sits right at that perfect length where it's short enough to feel fresh and modern, but long enough to give you that little swish when you move your head. For me, the first time I tried a wavy lob, it was like discovering my hair's sweet spot. Polished, but never overdone. What makes this cut really shine, though, are those gentle layers that softly frame your face and elongate your neck, almost like a natural photo filter you get to wear every day. If you love earrings, this is the cut that puts them on display. My sister-in-law says it's her instant jewelry upgrade, without even shopping. There's just something about how the light catches the different shades in gray, salt and pepper, or even icy platinum hair with a wavy lob. It's flattering on absolutely everyone. And don't worry if you weren't born with waves. That's what a little mousse and a scrunch can do. If you're the kind of person who likes a bit more polish, a few quick twirls with a curling iron will add just enough bounce to look intentional, not overstyled. Some days, I simply air dry, tuck one side behind my ear, and feel like I've got that effortless movie star on a coffee run thing going on. Plus, with highlights placed around your face, you get this instant brightening effect that makes your features pop. You know those days when you want to feel put together but not overdone? That's the magic of the lob. When you're in the salon, just ask for a collarbone-length cut with soft, blended layers and a few face-framing highlights or lowlights to really customize the look for your skin tone and style. Pro tip: ask your stylist to leave the ends slightly textured, not blunt, for more swing and movement. Maintenance is a breeze. A pump of mousse scrunched in while your hair's damp, air dry or diffuse, and then a quick spritz of gloss spray to finish. The result? Shine, movement, and that slightly undone glamour that looks just as good on a Sunday morning as it does at dinner out. One thing I love is how versatile this style is. It's long enough to tuck behind your ears or pin up, but short enough that you'll never spend forever drying it. If you're looking for that sweet spot between classic and contemporary, this is your go-to. But before you dash off to book your next appointment, I've got a few stylist-approved tricks and a confidence reminder that make any short gray hairstyle look and feel its absolute best. One of them is a total game changer if you're still in the growing out phase. Now, before you dash off to book your next appointment, let's talk about a few bonus tricks to make any short gray hairstyle look and feel its absolute best. Here's a secret most stylists forget to mention in the chair. Invest in a good purple shampoo and use it once a week. Nothing keeps your grays bright and sparkling like a little toning magic. And don't skip those regular trims. Even if you're growing your hair, keeping the ends fresh is what gives these styles their shape and bounce. One of my favorite salon hacks. If you're in that awkward growing out the dye phase, a quick spritz of root touch-up spray blends everything so seamlessly you'll barely remember you ever colored. If you want to be extra kind to your hair and the planet, there are some fantastic eco-friendly styling products now that work wonders without any harsh chemicals or guilt. Think of it as self-care with a bonus for the earth. But here's the truth I wish someone had told me sooner. All the tips and styles in the world don't matter as much as how you feel when you look in the mirror. I've seen women come alive after a great cut. Not because their hair changed everything, but because suddenly they remembered how fun it is to try something new for themselves. Sometimes, saying yes to a fresh style is really about saying yes to your own visibility, at any age. Embracing gray isn't just about letting go of color. It's about giving yourself permission to show up fully, with confidence and joy. So if you're on the fence, remember, hair always grows, but that spark you feel when you try something new, that's yours to keep. If even one style today made you picture yourself in a new way, I'd love to hear your story. Drop it in the comments because your words might just be the nudge another woman needs. And honestly, isn't it time you had a little more fun with your reflection? And there you have it. 5 short gray hairstyles that aren't just stylish, but genuinely transformative. If you found even a flicker of inspiration, hit that subscribe button. There's so much more to discover together, from hair and style to confidence and life upgrades. And if you have a friend who's ready to say yes to gray and wants a little inspiration, feel free to share this video with her. Who knows? You might just help her find her new signature look too. Next week, I'll share the 3 must-have accessories that make any shortcut feel runway ready, so don't miss it. Until next time, remember, your beauty is ageless, your story matters, and your next great hair day might just be one cut away.